scene opens with fast-paced, dramatic footage of volcanic eruptions and earthquakes around the Pacific. Have you ever wondered why places like Japan, California, and Chile seem to be constantly shaken by earthquakes or shadowed by towering volcanoes? The answer lies in one of the most powerful and dynamic geological features on our planet, the Pacific Ring of Fire. Get ready, because today, we were diving deep into this colossal belt of seismic and volcanic activity that wraps around the Pacific Ocean. It's a place of incredible creation and terrifying destruction, and it affects the lives of hundreds of millions of people every single day. So, what exactly is the Ring of Fire? Exactly. Imagine a massive 40,000-kilometer, or 25,000-mile, horseshoe-shaped path that stretches all the way from the southern tip of South America, up along the coast of North America, across the Bering Strait, down through Japan, and into New Zealand. This isn't a literal ring of fire, but it might as well be. This zone is home to an astonishing 75% of the world's volcanoes, and is the epicenter for about 90% of the world's earthquakes. If you live anywhere near this ring, you're living on the edge of one of Earth's most active areas. To understand why the Ring of Fire is so fiery, we need to talk about plate tectonics. Our planet's crust isn't one solid piece. It's broken up into giant slabs called tectonic plates, which are constantly moving, floating on the semi-fluid mantle beneath them. The Ring of Fire is essentially a massive boundary where several major plates meet. The huge Pacific Plate is the main player here. It's grinding against, sliding under, and pushing past other plates like the North American, South American, Eurasian, and Indo-Australian plates. The most common process happening here is called subduction. This is where one tectonic plate, usually a denser oceanic plate, is forced to slide underneath another plate, either a continental plate or another oceanic plate. As the subducting plate sinks deeper into the Earth's mantle, it heats up, and the water trapped within it is released. This water lowers the melting point of the surrounding rock, creating magma. This molten rock is less dense than the solid rock around it, so it rises to the surface. And when it breaks through, boom, you get a volcano. This is why you see long chains of volcanoes, like the Andes Mountains or the Japanese archipelago, all along the Ring of Fire. They are direct results of this subduction process. And what about the earthquakes? Well, the movement of these tectonic plates is anything but smooth. As they scrape and grind against each other, immense pressure and stress build up along the fault lines. Think of it like bending a stick. You can bend it for a while, but eventually, the pressure becomes too much, and it snaps. When these rocks finally slip or fracture, they release all that stored energy in the form of seismic waves, which we feel as an earthquake. The more pressure that's built up, the more powerful the earthquake. The Ring of Fire is a constant battleground of these colossal plates, making it the world's primary earthquake hotspot. Let's take a tour around the ring, shall we? Starting in South America, the Nazca Plate is subducting beneath the South American Plate, creating the Andes Mountains, the longest continental mountain range in the world, dotted with some of the highest volcanoes. This region has experienced some of the most powerful earthquakes ever recorded, including the 1960 Valdivia earthquake in Chile, which registered a mind-boggling 9.5 on the Richter scale, the strongest ever recorded. Moving north, we have the infamous San Andreas Fault in California. Here, the Pacific Plate and the North American Plate are grinding past each other in a sideways motion. This is a different type of boundary, called a transform fault, but it's still capable of producing major earthquakes that cities like Los Angeles and San Francisco are constantly preparing for. Further north, in the Pacific Northwest of the United States and Canada, we're back to a subduction zone, the Cascadia subduction zone, where the Juan de Fuca Plate is diving under the North American Plate. Scientists say this zone is overdue for a megathrust earthquake, which could be a major catastrophic event. Crossing over to Asia, we reach Japan, arguably the most tectonically active place on Earth. It sits at the junction of four major plates. This complex geology makes Japan a land of constant tremors and over 100 active volcanoes, including the iconic Mount Fuji. The Japanese people have become masters of engineering and preparedness, developing some of the most earthquake-resistant buildings in the world. But even they are not immune to the ring's power, as the devastating 2011 Tohoku earthquake and tsunami tragically demonstrated. But the Ring of Fire isn't just about destruction. It's also a powerful force of creation. The same volcanic activity that poses a threat also creates incredibly fertile soil. Volcanic ash is rich in minerals, which is why agricultural communities have thrived near volcanoes for centuries, despite the risks. Think of the rich coffee-growing regions in Central America, or the lush farmlands of Indonesia. Furthermore, this geothermal activity provides a massive source of clean, renewable energy. Countries like Indonesia, the Philippines, and New Zealand are harnessing the Earth's heat through geothermal power plants, using steam from underground reservoirs to generate electricity. The Ring of Fire is literally a powerhouse for our planet. The volcanic eruptions also create new land. The Hawaiian Islands, although not technically part of the Ring of Fire, were formed by a similar process over a hotspot. Within the ring itself, volcanic islands are constantly being born. In 2013, a new island, Niijima, emerged from the sea off the coast of Japan and eventually merged with a nearby island. The Earth is literally building itself right before our eyes in these locations. Living in the Ring of Fire is a constant balancing act between risk and reward. For the millions who call it home, it means being prepared. It means having earthquake drills, building resilient infrastructure, and having a deep respect for the power of the planet. Scientists are working tirelessly to improve our ability to predict eruptions and earthquakes. They use seismometers, GPS stations, and satellite imagery to monitor the slightest movements of the ground and the swelling of magma chambers beneath volcanoes. While we can't stop these natural events, early warnings can save countless lives. So, the next time you see news of an earthquake in Mexico, a volcano erupting in Indonesia, or a tremor in California, you'll know the incredible global force at play. The Pacific Ring of Fire is a spectacular and humbling reminder that our planet is a living, breathing, and ever-changing entity. It's a testament to the immense power churning just beneath our feet, a force that both destroys and creates, shaping our world in the most dramatic ways imaginable. Thanks so much for joining me on this journey around the planet's most active region. If you found this fascinating, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into our amazing world. Let me know in the comments if you live in the Ring of Fire and what it's like. Stay curious, and I'll see you in the next video.